Welcome back to Midlife Crisisses. I'm Tyson, one of the hosts. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. All of that stuff helps us continue to do this podcast, and we would appreciate if you would continue to do that each and every episode. We love you guys so much. We want to keep doing this, and that is one of the ways to guarantee. Nothing in life is guaranteed.
Guarantee it. Yeah,
okay, that we will keep doing this. So smash that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button, whatever buttons are there, smash them all.
And we really want to hear from you guys too. We want to hear about your midlife crises. We want to know what kind of stuff you are going through so that we can talk about it and share our insights about trying to survive this bull as well. So
let's get into it. I feel like I've known myself for a very long time, but I haven't always let people know who I was.
Ooh.
My question is, how have you got to understand why you are the way you are in your midlife, and how are you applying that to the things you do on the daily? Even if you are doing it this way, that's obviously working for you, and it's
But what if it would work better if you did it a different way?
Yeah, and what I said was, yeah, you're right. It usually works out.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Welcome to the Midlife Crisisses podcast. Three dudes going through the thick of it. And it's almost back to school time over here. I'm Tyson Apostol, one of your hosts, sending my kids off to school next week. And then I don't know what I'll do. Probably just get out of shape without my kids watching me. I'm here with my two co-hosts. We'll shoot it over to Bradley first.
Yeah, what's up? I love that you're like, I'm not going to work out whether they're here or not, but now I don't have an excuse because they're gone and my schedule's a little bit lighter, but still just going to plow forward. Yes, father of two, living in Atlanta, and my kids are almost back in school as well. August 4th over here, which is great. We're going to do a little trip ahead of that, just a little quick, just family getaway, a couple days at the beach. Looking forward to that. And looking forward to getting back to a schedule. I am somebody who thrives on a schedule, and I just have to work harder during the summer to make a schedule happen. So I am looking forward to that. It also helps us here on the podcast to know that we've got time to be able to do it and do what we need to do. I am going through my midlife crises as well. Had a conversation with a couple of guys. I was in LA. I used to live there for a while. I was there this past weekend. Met up with some old friends. And it was just funny, the conversations that you have when I'm 45 now, as of a couple of weeks ago. So how are you? Good, man. I had a colonoscopy. I was talking to my optometrist, and I have dry eyes, so I got to get this thing. They just approved this thing where you can scrape your eyes, and me and my two friends were both so excited. It was as if we were in our teens talking about the new Porsche that just came out. We were just like, wait, what? So explain how this works. Right. Oh, okay. So there's sediment. What? It's just amazing. I can't wait. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm Googling it right now. It's we were so stoked. So it's just, every day faced with the reality of where we are in our lives. Wouldn't change it, but excited to be here and excited to be chatting with you guys. And William's got our question today. I'm excited to hear from him and hear what the question is.
Hey, everybody. Bradley, your conversations might have some insight into my question today, too.
Ooh.
Because my question is, it's for thousands of years, for human civilization, people have always been trying to figure out why they do the things they do. On the Oracle of Delphi, it was written, "Know thyself." A lot of people know that quote. So I'm just wondering how, through your midlife, you've known yourself more. How have you got to understand why you are the way you are in your midlife, and how are you applying that to the things you do on the daily?
That's good, man. Know thyself. That is such a tough one. I feel like the more people know themselves, I think life would be better. I feel like civilization would be better. We would be more humane, I think, toward each other, hopefully more forgiving. If you know thyself, I feel like that should be a place that we're striving. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known myself for a very long time, but I haven't always let people know who I was.
Ooh.
So internally I knew, but growing up Mormon, I had to be a little more conservative as far as just outlandishness was concerned. Nothing outrageous, But like when
naked
I went on
skydiving, you can't
when
do
I
that
went on
when you're a
Survivor
Mormon.
the first time, I ran around naked and people were very upset. And I was like,
guys, this was
okay.
Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
I'm taking it way back.
So I think that I've just gotten more comfortable being myself and being unapologetic about it and just being like, you know what? I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with these actions I'm taking. If you're not happy with the actions I'm taking, I'm not hurting you, then fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I literally don't like, and I think that there's a balance though, right? Because you don't want to just be the person who puts their head down. They're just like, I'm just me. Like, you get that all the time too. It's like, hey,
because there has to be growth in there. There has to be like, right. I'm not just the same guy I was at 20. This is who I am. Deal with it.
Yeah. If you don't like me and nobody likes me, it's just because I'm opinionated and smart. No, there's more to it.
No,
if you don't
it's
have
because you're in
anybody,
pain.
Yeah. If you don't have anybody.
Right.
Yeah,
nobody in your corner. Not everyone's wrong. You're wrong.
Maybe you're too opinionated all the time about stuff that doesn't matter. Yes, there's a balance for sure. And I don't have opinions about everything, but I think it's sure you have to figure out who you are because you're trying, and like there is that when you're younger. But I think probably as you get older, it's more about just being comfortable with who you are. And I think at our age, it gets easier and easier as we care less. But there are still people I see that are my age that are trying so hard to fit in and to do this and to do that. And it's like, just be yourself, person.
Yeah.
Do it. So that's where I think I have become better, is just being myself no matter what, not caring who's in the room, who's important. Am I trying to impress anybody? Whatever.
I would say, though, probably who you are has evolved, especially get married, have kids, be an entrepreneur. Like, these types of elements do change who we are, right? So I would say you have been getting to know yourself, probably because I would imagine there's small attributes and adjustments, like your perspective of being on a reality show now versus your first season of Survivor. I would imagine you're a different person. Yeah. I know you're kind of playing a part in that because it's, kind of a strategy game, but I think internally, right, you would say that you're different and grown. Yeah,
for sure. And you do change, but I think that and that's probably part of it, is like accepting that you have changed and going with that direction, or embracing it, or checking it if it's something you don't like. Like, there have been times I remember sitting down with, like, they always do pre-game interviews with the psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff. And I remember my second or third time on the show, I just was like, I just been having a hard time because I know I'm not better than people. Like, I am better than some people at some things.
This is most recently, or the beginning?
This was years ago, like over a decade ago. And I was like, and I know that I just won a stupid lottery to get here on this show to begin with. And I have to check myself and remember that I'm not more important than anybody, even though I demand VIP treatment and want first class tickets bought for me everywhere I go. And
only the yellow M&Ms. Yeah.
I want all of that. But I also understand that I'm no more important than any other human on this planet.
Yeah.
And so, I was
10
like,
10 years ago, you thought you might be.
10 years ago, there was a moment where I thought, I'm not, and I need to remember that. And the psychiatrist actually was like, yeah, and you know what? I have to do that too, because I got hired on Survivor, and it's this big show, and it was back when it started, it was the biggest show on TV, and I was the head psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever title this person goes by. I don't know. They're the same to me. And what is the difference between psychologist and psychiatrist?
I think a psychiatrist
can
go ahead.
Do drugs.
They can do drugs too. Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, this person also said that they had similar feelings about their position in life, and realizing that they also just got lucky. Sure, they had the talents and the skills that got them the job, like I did, but also how big was the pool and how lucky to be in the right spot and this and that. And it's not all luck. Like going on reality TV does also suck. Like maybe I lost the lottery. Who knows? Maybe there was something better for me.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's it. I think remember who you are and embrace the change. And I don't know. Well, William, you asked this question for a reason.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
That's pretty interesting that you and your psychologist had like the same shared experience of like literally being on the
Being
same
employed
show
by
or
Survivor.
Yeah. I can relate. I can really relate to that. I don't know. I was trying to think of something that like people might be feeling when they're going through this age, and especially for people who have big changes in their lives through death or divorce or sickness or whatever it is, kind of if that has impacted how you perceive yourself, how you perceive like how you move through the world. Yeah, I think for me, it's kind of similar, Tyson, in that I've known like who I was for a long time, but I think that through the last few years, I've kind of just known more about like why I do the things I do, like compared to, yeah, I'm just this way. It's like, oh, I'm this way for this reason. And I think
like, give us an example there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Example.
Well, there's like, I mean, a lot of it has to do with ADHD and kind of how, you know, whether that means getting super fixated on projects, and then,
Right,
like, getting
okay.
cold on them, hot and cold. It's like, that's just the way I am. But now I understand more that, oh yeah, that's the way I am, but that's because probably of this ADHD. And I think having like more awareness around sort of why I do some things I've done. On this show, I think a little bit, and with you guys, I talked about kind of like my scaffolding to keeping myself moving forward in a good way, which I call meds, meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. And that's another thing where it's like, yeah, I've always known that doing these things kind of helps, but I never realized like how important it really was and why it is so important for me in particularly. So kind of like, I guess it's understanding my weaknesses a little bit better so that I can hopefully do better at those things, I think is the main thing that, well,
let me ask
you more.
Let me ask you a question about that. So I pretty much just skate by all the time. I'm seat of my pants, winging it, whatever. If I got a job, I'll hit it last minute and just like deliver and shoot 100%. It and do all that. Does that annoy you about me, or do you wish that you could do that more for yourself? Or
no, that's how I am too.
Okay.
I've always done everything extremely last minute.
But you have this scaffolding thing now.
It's always,
you look at me and you're like, Tyson needs the scaffolding.
He needs scaffolding.
No, it's just for mental health only. Like I've done, and I've talked to a psychiatrist or a psychologist about this before, a therapist about this before. It's like, there's these things that I know that's the way I am. Like doing things super last minute, like having difficulty planning. It's like things are either happening right now or at another time. There's no like real, like this time blindness. It's hard for me to be on time to things and understand how to like really budget my time properly. And that's always been the case. And so with the therapist, I'm telling him like, oh yeah, I've always been so bad at planning and I really need to get better, and like, you know, kind of shooting on myself. Like I should really be better at planning. I should really be better at doing things, you know, earlier and not always at the very last minute.
Oh, I do that all day, every day. That's my entire life is shooting all over.
All over.
And what he was saying was, yes, like there are some benefits to that, but also like, why do you want to do that? Like what about your life makes you want to do that? And he's like, this was right around the time, a little bit after I did the Billie Eilish shoot. He's like, you just did this amazing shoot. Like, do you like your career? Yes. Like asking me all these things about my life and kind of being like, listen, you've done it like this forever and it seemed to have worked for pretty good for you. So maybe you shouldn't shit all over yourself, because even if you are doing it this way, like that's obviously working for you. And it's
but what if it would have worked better if you did it a different way?
Yeah. And what I said was, yeah, you're right. Like it usually works out.
Shots
like
fired. Shots fired. Fire in the hole from Tyson, lobbing all the way from right field.
But then like in middle life, where we are now, doing things at the last minute all the time becomes harder and like
tiring, right?
Tiring, exactly. And that's like having more of that vitality from being able to structure myself a little bit better, but still understanding that my natural like way that I operate is like spontaneous and
you're an artist, man. It's like part of that brain. It's part of, Kirsten is the same way, and we're so different. I've always been like a slow burn kind of guy. I went to all my classes. I had 8 o'clock classes in college. I went to all of those. I'm the guy who like
8 a.m. or p.m.
8 a.m.
Okay.
Do they even offer 8 p.m. classes?
Sure they do.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, we got a microwave. That's good.
That's coffee maker.
Coffee maker. Nice. Get your coffee. So that's Kirsten is so much the same way where she's like a last minute. I remember one time specifically, we had only been married like 2 years and she was turning in a script for this competition and it was due whatever, like on the 3rd or something, right? So on the 2nd at 11:58, she's like, I'm exporting the PDF, but it's not working. It's going up. It's now, we just lost internet. I'm like, we've known about this for 2 weeks. Why are we doing this right now? This is driving me crazy. I can't handle it. It's like, she's like, 1 minute. I've got 1 minute left to get this uploaded and sent in. I'm like, but why? We had all this time. We were doing nothing yesterday. We could have done all of this yesterday. Why is this going on? And then she's like, click, boom, send. It's like 11:59, click. She's like, it's in. And I'm like, and she's like, I'm going to go watch something because that's just how she is. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it's funny because I also think knowing yourself, you almost have to ask those people around you to like who you are. Because I think we think we are one way, but we don't present that way. To your point, Tyson, like I always feel like for online dating profiles, your friends should fill them out for you. Because when you fill those out, you were just like, I don't know, Tyson, if you were ever online dating profile. I know William.
Never.
Yeah, I was for a little bit. And you're filling it out and you're basically putting your bio, right? And you're like, loves to have fun, is patient, loves to go to movies. And then my friends are like, you don't love to go to movies? Every time we invite you, you say you're too tired. And I'm like, I guess maybe I should put that.
Works too hard is a hopeless romantic.
Tired.
Exactly. Works too hard. Hopeless romantic. And then they're like, no, bro, you have problems. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I should list those. So I think knowing yourself, part of knowing yourself is being open to being wrong, right? It's like you take your car to the mechanic. You don't tell them what to do. You ask them what needs to be done. You can say, hey, I'm hearing this weird sound in the brakes. And like, I think maybe it's this. Can you just replace the brakes? And they're like, the problem's not in the brakes. You're like, I'm not here to ask. I'm telling you to replace the brakes. That's not how that works. And I think part of being in your midlife is hopefully is being humble enough to say, maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe this thing, especially if you're in a relationship that drives the other person crazy, being open to changing or adjusting that, because ultimately that does benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
Has that been like challenging for you having a partner that's more last minute, more scattered and
she's definitely
my wife. Both of you.
What's that?
For my wife.
Yeah.
Does it help you like live more in the moment yourself and be more spontaneous, or is it mostly just like annoying and frustrating?
I'd like to say we meet halfway, like the things that she wants to like be super last minute on or whatever is like, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to let you do you. I'm going to let you be that way. But if it's something that directly impacts me, like she doesn't handle mortgage or bills or any of that kind of stuff, because that would be like, oh yeah, last week we were supposed to pay the mortgage. It's like, yeah, we were. Who's that police officer walking up here with some pink slip that he's going to nail to the door? Like, let me handle that one. But what is interesting actually about Kirsten is when it comes to other people, like our kids, all that stuff's in line and done way it. Like the permission slip sent right away. The like setting up the meeting with the teacher right away. But when it comes to stuff that impacts her, she's just kind of like, oh yeah, like I'll get to it. I'll do it in the morning. The morning gets busy. And it's like, I'll just do it tomorrow, So for me, I try to nudge her. And this has come from 14 years of marriage is like, hey, knowing that it could come across like a boss or something, right? Being like, hey, you need to take care of this thing. It needs to be on my desk tomorrow at 9. It's more so like, hey, I know you've got a lot going on. I clearly see that. I also know we got to get this thing done. Is there something I can do to help you, facilitate that or whatever? She's like, oh no, that's great. I totally remember, whatever. So trying to meet halfway in there. But yeah, I would say certainly she has caused me to get off of I hook onto something and I'm like, we have to go at 3:00 to the event because it's in the calendar at 3:00. And that means we have to leave at 2:40. She's like, what if we're late? And I'm like, yeah, but what? Then I guess that's okay. I didn't consider that. Maybe we leave 15 minutes later and we're happier instead of everyone rushing out the door to meet this 3:00 deadline that I just happened to put in the calendar. It's like a 3 to 6 event, but we have to be there at 3. I put it in the calendar at 3. We have to.
I like to be there at 3.
Yeah, I like to be on time, but I also realize if everyone in my house, I have a saying, you can either be on time or you can be happy, because those are like the two. If you're on time, everyone in the house is pissed.
I'd rather be on time still.
Really? You don't strike me as the I'd rather be on time guy.
No, I hate. Well,
would you take 2 cars just so you're there on time?
If it's 3 to 6.
Yeah.
And you can be there whenever. You only have to be there half an hour, an hour. I just like to be there right when it starts because there's less people. I can do my thing and bounce. Like anything at the school where it's like 4 to 8, back to school night. We just
meet the teachers,
classroom.
like that.
We're going at 4 because I know nobody else is there. We have our time with the teacher and we can bounce.
Yeah.
But when it's stuff that you do need to be on, there starts at 3.
Right.
I will leave people so that they learn that Tyson Apostol is on time and if it's even more intimate, like
a friend's dinner,
like going to dinner.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate making people wait for me. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate waiting for people, but I'll give them a little courtesy, but not a lot.
What's your cutoff? 5 minutes, 10 minutes,
15. I'll leave at 15.
And then you're like, I'm out. We were going to have lunch. You're 15 minutes late. I'm done. I'll
just leave. I won't even tell you. I'll just leave. You'll show up. You'll be like, where are you?
Feel bad.
I was there. I
was
ate
there the
lunch
whole
without
time.
you. I'm gone. But if you have an excuse, like if William's meeting me in Phoenix and he's like, the rental place is taking longer. I was like, whatever, dude. I'm just getting a drink and we'll hang it. I'm hanging out here. No sweat. But if there's no reason or excuse, like I'm forgiving if there is something, sure. But if there's nothing and there's no communication, you're just like late by half an hour.
Yeah. Drives you crazy.
I'm out. And if you do that to me more than once, then we don't meet.
There you go, listeners.
Yeah.
You got it. You figured it out. That's why you haven't met with Tyson. That's why you were late twice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know why I even said that or where I'm going with that. William, you keep talking now.
With doing everything at the last minute and like knowing thyself.
Yeah.
One thing I do know about myself is that I do things at the last minute and then I'm super good at it. Like, it's insane to me every time I do a photography trip where I have to bring 50, 100 pieces of equipment, underwater photo stuff, like rubber bands or O-rings for the housing. And just like you forget any little piece and you can't shoot. And especially if it's like a liveaboard boat where you're on a boat or in the middle of somewhere remote, you can't replace anything. And it's pretty amazing to me that I'm able to do all of these crazy trips that require so much. And so often I'm packing the night before the trip, throwing everything in the bag and showing up just like, well, whatever I have. And I pretty much always have everything. So I know myself because of that. I know more about why I'm like that. I know I'm good at it, but I also know that I think that probably my life would be a little less stressful if I could get a little bit better at not always being like that, even if I'm good at it.
Yeah. So my wife and I, if we're going on a trip, my wife starts packing like 4 months in advance. She'll just like get a
She's working on out, Christmas already.
One by one. Yeah, for sure. And I'm literally like, okay, when are we leaving? All right. I just need half an hour and just.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and we're leaving at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'll be like 9:15. Okay. It's 9:45. Let's go. And she's like, you said 10. I was like, I know. I lied. We're going 15 minutes earlier.
But the argument is that a lot of times the mom also packs for the kids.
Correct.
And does all the incidentals.
Correct.
So there is some leeway there.
I would pack for the kids.
Yeah.
but I would never get it right. And it's not me saying I wouldn't get it right. I think I would get it right. My wife is like, why did you pack pants? I was like,
he just needed shorts.
Pants.
Yeah, there's pants.
They're pants.
Well, not those pants.
Not. Yes.
Yeah.
I also just bring so much stuff everywhere I go.
You overpack?
Well, not even just on vacation, just like literally anywhere I go. Like
really?
I went swimming last weekend, 2 days with my cousins, brought my cousins and Rowan. And every single person we went with was like, Jesus, why do you have so much shit? I had like 2 full bags. I had, masks for me and Rowan, fins for me and Rowan. I had backup masks for the other cousins. I had so many different toys. Rowan brought all of her babies. I had multiple towels.
All of her babies, which we're well acquainted with, is a high number.
Full bags.
Yeah.
And it's the same when I travel. So me and Rowan are going to Curacao next week. And last year we went to Bonaire. Man, I brought her like so many toys for playing in the sand. I got 2 pairs of water shoes. I got 2 pairs of fins. I got 3 masks. I got like 10 bathing suits.
Hilarious.
And so I'm trying to start packing now for my trip next week. We leave a week from tomorrow.
Wow.
And I'm trying to. That's what I say.
Yeah.
One thing I just did is I got a toiletry bag that's just travel. So I'm trying to knock off one thing from my last minute packing spree.
I have that.
Toiletry.
I have 2 toiletry bags. Sick. I have a small weekend one, and I have a bigger week
going away for a while.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And when I was doing it, I was also thinking about maybe I should just buy backup camera, backup housing, backup everything, and then I could just have a travel
a go bag
photography kit and a home travel. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I could just do it with my clothes too. I'll just have a set backpack full of clothes that I will bring, and I won't wear those here.
That's
and then
great.
I'll never have to pack again.
Yeah.
Just
and
leave it packed.
They'll be outdoorsy fit anyways. They'll be stuff that you weren't going to wear casually around because they're more, whatever, functional. William, you remember that I am supposed to be your intern on one of these trips, right?
Yeah.
I think I invited you on this one, and it doesn't sound like you're coming. So
you did? You did not invite me on this one.
He did.
You?
He said in August that he was going to be doing this big trip with his daughter. Yeah.
Last August?
No, he told us 3 months ago. Yeah. He said this plan for a while.
We go every August, beginning of August. So
I can't. Yeah.
Do it this year.
I can't go with my family in August because my kids start school July 31st.
Well, you got to make some decisions.
I mean, they're not missing the first day of school. They can miss a few weeks from now, but they can't miss the first day.
You could miss the first day of school.
I can. I'm going to go and just be with William and Rowan.
You're the intern.
Kids anyway.
He's not bringing kids.
Yeah.
He didn't invite your kids.
Yeah. I just
want someone to carry all these bags that he's got, all his redundant bags.
Rowan is finishing up daycare, going to kindergarten in August.
Yes.
So no more daycare payments. We got 1 week left. And then we go to Curacao, and then she's going to Oregon with her mom, Kansas, and then she starts school. So she's having a big month. She also just caught her first fish yesterday. So
saw that on that was a great text.
Kids
so cool.
love fishing. My girls are always like, take me fishing. And I'm like, I don't want to touch a slimy fish, but
my sister has the bug for some reason right now. And she's just like, oh, we got all this stuff. We got to go fishing. And I'm kind of like, all right, we're not going for very long. And then she made us go. And then it was so great. Rowan caught her fish.
Yeah.
We cooked it. We ate it. It was bomb.
Oh,
it is fun. It is fun. Kids do love that. Yeah, I want to go on a trip, William, when you're in the thick of it, but need a helping hand. Yeah. And I will carry your equipment and I will film behind the scenes. I'll do whatever.
Yeah. Good coverage, good content.
I just want to go participate and be of some use to you. And I'll pay my own way. You're not paying me. I'm just coming to see the action.
A dude's trip, except William's working.
Yeah, William's working and I'm shadowing him because he needs someone in this case to shadow him to carry stuff.
And pack all my stuff for me too. That'd be great.
If you teach me how to pack it.
You'll both be packing 2 minutes before the flight leaves.
Yeah. We're going to get a lot of doubles and miss the most important thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's funny.
So what did we learn today? Did we learn anything?
I mean, I think the know thyself is an evolving thing. So I would put out there that you should be open to input when someone close to you, not just some random person who like flips you off in traffic. You can't take that to heart. But someone close to you maybe raises why are you this way? Or, you know what kind of bugs me is this thing. To actually hear it, take it, ingest it, think about it. Doesn't mean you instantly have to change. Like, I guess I'm just going to change for you. But I think it is worth saying, okay, we're in our midlife. What do we have to lose? Okay. Yeah, maybe I do need to be better at this or that. But knowing yourself, I think, also brings about humility, which hopefully brings about some semblance of like kindness toward each other and recognizing that, oh yeah, maybe you're not like Tyson, you were talking about before. Maybe I am not owed all of this. Maybe I don't deserve this more than someone else. I'm just lucky enough to be here. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I want it, but it doesn't necessarily mean I deserve it. And those are two different things. It's totally fine.
It doesn't make me better than anybody.
Exactly. And I think that's part of knowing yourself. And I think if you have kids, bringing them in on that as well as we like to, to mirror for our kids to ask them questions about who do you think you are? What do you like? What are you about? Because I think those are questions no one asked me when I was younger until I got into therapy living in LA when I had to really, as an actor, you read a script and you have to figure out, why do I connect with this material or why do I not? Why did I get pissed off in that scene? What is it about me as a human and what is it about me as a character? And you have to really know those bits about yourself. And I feel like I grew so much and in compassion, in patience, all of that, simply because I was learning more about myself. So an important, ever-evolving pursuit.
I think that for me, a couple things. If your answers to who you are as a person match the answers of your friends who you are as a person, then you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you have people that are willing to spend time with you, friends and family, then you're also doing okay.
Yeah. If you got people in your corner, you're clearly not terrible.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then they're accepting you and you aren't doing things really horribly anyways. But if you're all by yourself all the time and you think it's because
everyone else,
you think it's everyone else and you're too strongly opinionated and they can't handle it, that's you. That's you 100%. That you're the problem.
Consider this your intervention.
Yes.
Tom, wherever you are, Tom, you're out there. We're talking to you.
Okay, that'll do it at the Midlife Crisisses podcast. I like that discussion. That was good. It's and it's also good to check yourself. Like, I feel like I know who I am, but I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to step away from myself to look at myself.
Introspective.
We'll be back next week. Midlife Crisisses.